A Turing machine is an automation whose temporary storage is a tape. This tape is divided into cells, each of which is capable of holding one symbol associated with the tape. Is a read-write head that can travel right or left on the tape, and that can read and write a single symbol on each move. Anyway, I know with the definition first time you might not be understanding, but you should know that whatever the algorithm or procedures that can be carried out by the human beings or computer, any algorithm or any procedure that can be carried out by any human being or computer can be carried out by the Turing machine as well. I will just take one example, like we use washing machine. We use all the automated machines, vending machine, you take the example. So for each vending machine, each automated vending machine or each automated devices, you can say, whether it's a vending machine, whether it's washing machine or that, we need to have a Turing machine. Okay, with the Turing machine only, we take the input, output, and we read one symbol at a time, and there will be a tape that is called read write head with that. Now what happens in this, I will just explain with one model. You will understand more better with Turing machine model. So I'll just write here Turing machine model. Turing machine model. So in Turing machine model, we will have one read write head, which I was just talking about. We will have one read write head where you will have different symbols like A1, A2, A3, something like that. And you will have one tape, and with that tape you will have one read write head, and that read write head will be controlled by a finite control machine. Will be controlled by a finite controlled machine. Finite controlled machine. Okay, and this is called read write head. RW means read write head, and these are the tapes. These are the tapes divided into different cells. So tape divided into cells and of infinite length. Infinite length. Okay, so this is your Turing machine model. Now what happens in this, whenever a new symbol which you want to write onto the tape, that will come under the read write head. Means this read write head will take each symbol whatever is there in the cell, means this tape, So A2, suppose that here it's taking it A2. Now here one more thing which neither was in the push down automata nor in the previous any machine will be there. The direction will also be given. The direction will also be given, whether it should move left or whether it should move right. So this direction will be also given. So what happens? Writing a new symbol in the cell will be scanned. Means this A1, A2, A3, each symbol will be scanned, and on the basis of the logic given, what will happen? This logic or instructions given, this read write head will move either left, one symbol, one cell either left, one symbol right. Okay, so this will move left or right. Earlier what used to happen, we used to take one string and you will start from leftmost side and you are going till rightmost side. Now in the Turing machine scenario is different. This read write head can move left as well, and this read write head can move on right as well. So firstly we'll write the actual definition of this Turing machine in the form of the tuples, and then you will understand from where it comes. So let's write one definition of this. A Turing machine M is a 7 tuple. How many tuples were there in the push down automata? In push down automata as well, 7 tuples were there. So namely Q, sigma, delta, Q0, B and F. Now in this, you know about capital Q. What is capital Q? Finite non-empty set of states. Finite non-empty set of states that you know. Now this symbol which we are using it here, you can say is a finite non-empty set of tape symbol. Tape symbol means whatever the input was there in this tape symbol, like A1, A2, A3. So that thing comes here. This is tape symbol. And then you have one symbol here is B. Was it there before anywhere? In any of machine, whether it's push down automata, whether DFA or NDFA, it was not available. B is the element of this tape symbol only, but it is called blank. So we will use in the tape symbol some blank symbols as well. Okay, blank. Now next we have done 3. What is this? This I think you all must be knowing. It is a non-empty set of input symbol. non-empty set of input symbol. Now, if I'm saying non-empty set of input symbol, so you can always say it will be subset of and is subset of this symbol as well. It will be the subset of this symbol as well, means input symbol, input tape symbol. Because anyway, this is input symbol, so it will come under the subset of. But one thing you should keep in mind, blank will not come under this sigma. Blank will only come under the tape symbol. Okay. The main thing in every state you must have seen is delta, because using delta only we move. Using delta only we move. This is a transition function. So this you should know. You can say delta is the transition function mapping, transition function. I will just explain this with example. Transition function mapping Qx onto Q dash Y and D. Now what is D here? Where D, you can say D is direction of movement, which I was just talking to you people about. It can move either left or it can move either right side. So you can say D is the direction of movement. So if you are saying D is direction of movement, means D will be equal to either left, means at the place of D you will be writing either L or you will write either R. L or R. Whenever you are writing L, L means left. Here you should not be confused. L means left, R means right. Okay. So what is this Qx onto Q dash YD? I will just explain this with one separate example, then you will understand. Or you can say Q come here. Suppose that your finite control was on the state Q, and at the place of A2 it is X. Okay. Suppose that here you have Q and here you have X. So we'll write Q of X. Means the state Q is reading X symbol. Okay. And what are you getting? What are you getting? Q dash, at the place of Q you are getting Q dash. X is becoming Y. X is becoming Y. This X is becoming Y. And once X has become Y, then where it's moving? At the place of D, if it's written R, then this will move one cell right, means it will come here. If at the place of D it is written L, so this will move on left hand side. Okay. So next input symbol will become A1. So this Turing machine moves like this, left and right. Then you have two more symbols. One was Q0. What is Q0? Q0, you all know, is the element of capital Q, is the initial state. is the initial state, and F is subset of Q is the set of final state. So here in the Turing machine, two things you should be carefully watching. Two things are different. First one is this symbol which we will be using as a tape symbol. Then another one is blank, and then in the transition function is actually different in every machine, but here you will be using direction D, and D can be either L or R. L means left hand side, R means right hand side. L means left hand side and R means right hand side. Now we will do one instantaneous definition. We'll do one instantaneous definition, and with that you will understand more about the Turing machine. So we will do instantaneous definition for Turing machine. Okay. Instantaneous definition. So now in the instantaneous definition, what will we do? I will just represent with something. This will be your left sequence, suppose that, and suppose that this is your right sequence. This is your left sequence, this is your right sequence. And you have something here, Q3, A1. Okay. Now A4, A1, A2, A1, A2, A2. Suppose that your left sequence is this, and A4, A2 is your right sequence. So here you can see right sequence, and this you can see left sequence. This you can say is the present state, and this you can say symbol under read write head. Symbol under read write head. So whatever I was explaining to you people here, okay, this will be your state, this will be your symbol under read write head. Then whatever is the left sequence, whatever is the right sequence, here you can say this is right, this is left sequence, and how it will move. So now how moves actually takes place in the Turing machine. In this, anybody is having any confusion what we are doing? I think I will do one move and then you will understand in more better way. Okay, so we will do one moves in Turing machine. I will just write the start form for Turing machine, TM. Okay, so suppose that you have something like delta Q of xi equal to PYL. So this is for left or right?
Left.
Yeah, this will move left. Good. So suppose that I am giving you one string. I am giving you one string. So input string to be processed is input string to be processed is, suppose that x1, x2 till xn. Okay, and one condition is also given here. One condition is also given here. The present symbol under read write head is, and the present symbol under read write head is xi. Okay, xi. You have full string x1 till xn, and the present symbol under read write head is xi. So what will you write and how will you write? Currently you have, you can see here q xi, you are moving pyl. So what exactly you will write? I will write with different colors so that you could identify easily. You will write, you will go from x1, x2 till where?
XN.
Xi minus 1. And then your symbol is, state is q and xi. If you will write like this, then only you will get this left sequence, right sequence, and this, no? Because whatever was the input, before that your state was there. So same thing, x after xi minus 1, xi comes, and then after xi, it will go, suppose that till xn. So this is the thing. Now tell me, you have to apply here, you have to apply here the this rule. So qxi, so you have q and xi. Qxi, where are you going? Q is becoming, I'll just write here one more time, same thing, so that here we could write it easily. So what we wrote, x1, x2 till xi minus 1, and then you had q, and then you had xi, and you were going till xn. And what exactly we had to do it here, you have this rule qxi. Now see here, qxi. So q is becoming what? q is, q is becoming what? P? Anyone? Dive, are you here? Mohit, Aisa, anyone?
Yes, sir.
So are you understanding this? At least you speak, then I will understand ki you are understanding. Otherwise, one way will not be very good. So Q is becoming P. Any confusion here with this
No,
rule?
understood
And
that.
then, and then X is becoming what? Xi is becoming what?
Y
Y. And then read right head is moving where?
to L.
Left. L means
Left, yeah.
one cell left. So this, what can you write? After processing Xi, we will get, what will you get? Q is becoming P
Q becomes P.
and Xi becomes,
Y.
and this state is moving where? This P is moving where? Left, no?
Yeah.
One symbol left. So what will happen? This will move one cell left. This will move one cell left here. Okay. So what can you write now? X1, X2, I minus 2, and Q is becoming P. Q is becoming P now. And then Xi minus 1. You understood how we are moving P? Q to P? Any confusion here? Anybody? See, this Q became P. And it moved one cell left. It moved one cell left. So suppose that Q is not becoming P. Q is not changing. So even Q is Q only. So if you will move one symbol left, so it will go before Xi minus 1 or not.
Yes, sir.
That's how it is going before Xi minus 1. And Q became P. That's why we are writing P. If Q is Q only, we will write Q. Okay. So after Xi minus 1, what was the symbol? Xi. Isn't it? Xi is becoming what? Xi is becoming
Y.
Y. So Xi is becoming Y. So here it will be Y. Okay. And after Xi, next symbol should be Xi plus 1. And then it will go till Xn. So you understood how we are moving it?
So we are just moving the Q and changing the XI.
Yes, because what was happening? Q is becoming P and it is moving one symbol left. It is moving one symbol
Left.
That's how you did. Q became P and it moved one symbol left, means one cell left. We say one cell left.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And Xi became Y.
Y.
So any confusion in this? Anyone? How we process? Now what happens if you have to represent it in the form of instantaneous definition? So same thing you will write like processing. We were writing this now. In the
PDA. Move
PDA.
symbol.
Yeah, PDA move symbol. So same thing we will use it here. So in the form of ID, if you want to present it, so you will write x1, x2 till xi minus 1, q, xi till xn is becoming x1, x2, xi minus 2, p, xi minus 1, y, I plus 1 till xn. Okay, so we'll use this move symbol. Okay, now we will go and do how to represent this transition table into Turing machine. Means how we represent Turing machine into transition table. So you can write representation of transition table.
So for the previous slide,
Yes.
there xi plus 1.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? We're taking left side, right? So instead of xi minus 1, we have written xi minus 2.
After y, this is becoming xi plus 1. So actually this is xi plus 1.
Okay.
Isn't it? Because this, whatever you have written, is this. Okay?
Okay.
And the above one, this green one is this. So representation of transition table. So how do we represent it? So I will just write one transition table. With that, hopefully you will understand how we write it. Present state. Tape symbol B0 1. So suppose that in the tape symbol the series is with 0 and 1, and definitely I told you if blank will be there, so blank is there. So you have Q1 with initial state. So 1 L Q2 0 R Q1. Then you have Q2 B R Q3 0 L Q2 1 L Q2. Then for Q3 blank is nothing, B R Q4 B R Q5. Then for Q4 you have 0 R Q5 0 R Q4 1 R Q4, and then for Q5 is the final state, you have 0 L Q2. So suppose that this is your transition table. So do you understand this? The meaning? Now the meaning of this is, whenever you are taking, I will just take one example with in this only I will explain with one state. You are taking Q1. Q1 is the present state. Huh?
Yes,
and what
sir.
is input? What is input?
B.
So Q1B. So if you have to write, just one symbol we will write to in the form of transition table so that you should understand better way. So if you have to write Q1B, what can you write? I will take on the separate slide. You will understand more better way. Suppose that we are writing delta Q1 B. Okay. Or we will take with 0. B is blank. Okay, B, let's write with B. So Q1 B. So Q1 is becoming what?
Q2.
Q1 is becoming Q2. So equal to, you will write Q2
B.
Black
and
color.
B is becoming what?
1.
1. B is becoming
1.
1. And it's going left or right?
Left.
Left. So you write like this. Now let's take one more example. Delta Q2 1. Delta Q2 1. You take it 1. Delta Q2 1. So what can you write? Q2 is becoming what with 1?
Q2.
Q2 is Q2 only. And 1 is becoming what?
1.
1. And it's moving left or right?
Left.
Left. So you understood how we will write in the form of the transition delta form and how we will write in the transition table?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is representation of transition table. Okay. Any confusion till now, anybody?
No, sir.
Now, do we have time?
I don't think so.
Okay. So in the next class, we will do how to process the input string with the transition table. Okay. In the next class, we'll do how to process the input string with the transition table. So for today, thank you.